back, and this is going to be part of a Project Filthy Forester video. We're not sure where it's going to fit in yet. It's kind of late on a Friday night, and we just decided to come down the barn because we get anxious when we're not working.
And the girls left, and we just...
Yeah, we weren't doing anything better.
We suck at sitting around, so here we are.
But yeah, we're going to try to pull the injectors out of the Forester intake and replace the O-ring. This is going to find itself somewhere in a Filthy Forester video, so hopefully it kind of flows. Future Caleb hopefully can make this not really choppy.
So what is it that you say? Let's get to cracking?
Let's say that one. Never going to live that down. Stay tuned. Step one, pull this cover off. Oh, I took the socket off, now I can't get it back on. Unnecessarily took the socket off. Can't put it back on, there we go. So it looks like there are just 5 bolts. There's a 5th one back here you guys probably can't see. Boop. So that pops off of there. I'm gonna take this whole bracket off because I might screw around and clean this up and paint it. Just getting in that kind of mood, you know. Might have to go respray the valve covers. This is one little bolt, it's an 8. Those other ones were, or this is a 10, the other ones were 12s. In case anyone cares and you want to try to learn something. But if you're trying to learn something, you're in the wrong place. We'll tell you what we know, but it isn't much. There was a 5th one. I already had it off. So I know you only watched me take out 4. And I said there were 5. There are 5. But this one has a ground to it, and I didn't want to like publicly embarrass myself while I struggled with it. So I went ahead and took that one off in advance. Set that out of the way. And there are these little plugs on the injectors. Have my hand in the way. I'm try to do it left-handed. So you just squeeze the top of this. I like to use needle nose personally, and just don't squeeze real super hard. Get in here and just wiggle this out. Usually, I say, oh yeah. I say usually before I tested it. So hopefully that's how it's gonna work. Plugs, unplugged. Now there are little clamps or clips, I guess. Again, there's probably like a tool or a right way to do this, but I just take 2 screwdrivers and kind of, you guys can see those open up, hopefully. Yep. And just kind of work them back a little bit. And once they're back like that and they kind of stay open on this side, you just take your screwdriver, wedge it in there, and reattach it. There we go. And it pops out like that. Ta-da. There we go.
And there are also 2 bolts down here. I don't know if you knew that. Holding the fuel rail on.
Wow, those are tight. Jiminy Christmas. Why is that so tight? Got it. I forgot one, guys. On the back. There we go. There we go. And there are your injectors. All right, we got one. Yeah, after much pulling and finagling, it finally came out. And it looks like I do have these seals, or O-rings and stuff, I think. I definitely have these. I have what look like they could be those. And I have what I think is definitely that one. But then there's also like this mystery other thing that I have that I don't know where it goes. So maybe it's just like an inclusive kit that like serves multiple injectors. I don't know. Who knows? I'm going to try to pull this other one out now, which might end up being a time lapse because that was difficult. All right, so we're pretty sure that these are injector stuff and this is injector stuff. I'm not sure about these ones in particular. I don't see those on there. I think these red ones go right there. These gray ones go right there. And then the big, thicker black ones go right there. I don't know, maybe this is just like a universal kit that like some other EJ251 injectors use. I don't know. But those are the ones I see, so those are the ones I'm gonna replace. And I got a little cup of some fresh oil, because I think that's how you're supposed to lubricate them a little bit before you jam them back in there. So yeah. All right, so we got the seals and all the O-rings and whatnot on all of the injectors, and hopefully you can see that. Now we're just gonna press them back in there. Took a little dab of oil and like ran around each of the seals to help them kind of slide in there. Hopefully that will help. I think that will help. Let's see if we can get up in there. Hopefully these just press right in. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna try to use the bolts to kind of locate the fuel rail.
So we kept playing with this thing and it was driving me insane, and we couldn't get the injectors to pop into here, so I ended up pulling it off. And it's actually been like 20 minutes and it's probably only been 1 second for you, but we are dealing with a lot of this gunky, corrosion-y, rusty stuff inside the, you know. And it wouldn't go down over the seal, over the O-ring that we showed you, and we oiled everything up and everything, and it was being a pain. Pulled it off, and there is rust like around the inside of this rim, so we're just gonna take some fine sandpaper, doobie it out of there.
That's gonna get a caption.
And see if it goes back on properly. So yeah, here we go. Got her all cleaned up now. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did it. Push the clip in. Pull the injector up just a little. And we're nailed, we're dialed, we got it. Look at us go. We're doing things. Dinner.
I feel like a lot of people probably didn't grow up with a dinner bell like we did. I remember Mom would literally come outside and just
Ring the
gang, gang.
had the old triangle bell. Probably shouldn't tell a lot of people that.
What? That we're hillbillies?
They might can tell though.
Mike can tell. Injector O-rings replaced. Alright. So there's these like little fuel rail cover things. I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna do as much as I can on the bench wire wheel because I think it'll be easier, just what I can reach, and then the stuff we can't reach, we'll use the wire wheel on a drill. Right there. So we cleaned these up. It came out pretty good. So you probably watched a time lapse of that. And we still have some Rust-Oleum paint on the shelf, and the color we have is black, so that's the color these are going to be. I'm just going to flip them over and spray them on the inside, and then spray them on the outside. And this won't be a very professional job, but hopefully it'll make them look a little bit better and stop the rust. So I'm pretty sure that one of the mini gaskets that I don't really know what are for the throttle body. I think it might be this. You see that? Might be this. Might be one of these. I'm not positive. I'm gonna pop the throttle body off, and hopefully we'll find out. Bust these. They're 12 millimeter, by the way. Wow, I should clean this. All the fun stuff you uncover when you just start taking things apart. Just sit that out of the way. Look how dirty that is. Can you see that? Look down into the intake as well, if you can get an action shot here. See if you can get you guys down in here. Oh, this is kind of difficult. There we go. You guys see that? It's a lot of nasty. Not really much I can do about a lot of that, I don't think. But I will clean out everything that I can reach. All right, wish me luck. I do have that gasket, so yay. All right, so another one of those things that may or may not ever do anything. It might go back to looking exactly like it did the first time we started, but I feel better about it looking like this, maybe. This is hard. There we go. That looks much happier. Hopefully you guys can see this and this isn't too crazy shaky. Will it focus? Oh, there. So yeah, much happier. May or may not mean anything, may or may not do anything, but it's worth the 5 minutes. All right, I just gotta zip the new one on. Hopefully be able to line it up. So the next step, we think, is we're gonna put the coolant crossover thing, I think is what it's called, back on. And apparently, I don't think I have these seals, unfortunately. So we're gonna put some RTV on top of the existing seals.
Tell us if that's dumb.
It might be dumb, but we're gonna go for it.
She just opened the door and leave.
She's getting made fun of in the video for that. How tight should they be? I don't know.
Torqued.
That's torqued. Torqued. Torqued.
Earlier you were saying that's probably good.
Probably good.
Probably good.
Probably good. He did say
Probably
that.
good.
No, it was probably like 4 times in a row. Probably good.
Well, pardon me.
Probably good.
They're probably.
How's that one? Is that one probably good?
They're probably adequate. Next step is try to install the intake. The intake manifold. Got new gaskets. Oh, they're even dowel pins. That's nice. I'm gonna line them for you. Okay. See if you can drop this beast on there. Now you just plug everything in that you unplugged like a month ago. So we had a coolant line here. I think that's a coolant line. There's a vac line here. Okay. There's another coolant line. And this is where like you hope you took good notes. Some of these like the tubes though, kind of nice. So like bent. I don't know if they're like actually pre-bent or whatever, or formed, or they've just been in the same position for like 30 years. But they just kind of lined right back up. I didn't even have to remember where they go. They just said like, oh, go here. There we go. I don't think I did this one. I'm just struggling. This will probably get cut out. Or just let them watch me struggle. Wish we'd get comments so I know, like, do you guys like to watch me struggle? Or should I cut it out and, like, act like everything is just easy? You know what I mean?
I do.
Oh, there we go. Where should I put this? Like, where should it be facing?
Seems like right there's fine.
Boom. Now we try to read my writing from a long time ago.
Well,
Throttle body.
this plug is this.
Throttle body, top, passenger. That makes sense. That's how I label them, because I didn't know what anything was. Throttle body, top, passenger. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious. Throttle body, top, driver. Oh. Look at this.
This here, I couldn't read your writing, but it makes sense that it would go here.
That says spade. Yep.
Oh, it says spade. Okay.
Wipe that off.
And this, I couldn't read this either, but it lines right up with this one, so I'm assuming there too.
Probably. There's a knock sensor here somewhere too, I think.
Oh yeah, it's hanging in the back.
Okay, that goes on a bolt. In the back, or like there was a bolt that holds that in. Okay, spade. Should I leave these labeled? Should I totally leave those off?
Leave them.
Yeah, for when it doesn't run when we put it back together. We know where everything goes. This says crank position. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, here's the knock sensor. I'm gonna go clean that because that looks terrible. But I'm pretty sure that this, I'll clean that because that looks terrible. Just goes like this. Boop. And then down in there. Okay. So in true Slide Customs fashion, as we're trying to put things back together, we uncover more issues. The knock sensor just like fell apart. So we're gonna try to solder it back together, which is more than the previous fix attempted to do. Looks like before they just taped it back together. I'm gonna get in your pocket for some solder. Heyo. I'm terrible at this, so please be nice.
Oh, please don't burn me.
Also, our jank soldering iron. I think the idea is we should tin both of them first. I think it's called. You know what I mean? I have been taught how to do this once, but I'm just no good at doing it. Quantity over quality here. What's that?
Gorgeous.
There's a lot of it. This is the best I can do, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Look how ugly. I hope it works.
Thing of beauty.
Well, it's kind of hard to wire or solder a wire to a spade. You'd think maybe, or I don't know, maybe it should be easier. Bottom line is I'm terrible at it. Let's hide my hack job. Ta-da. By some magic. This goes down into there. Can they see this? No. You're looking at nothing.
Yeah, we were watching you solder.
There we go. Now you still may not be able to see it, but at least you have something to look at now. Okay. That feels tight. Probably good. All right. Installed. Ta-da! Turns out this Goes on the air box, I think. I went over there and looked at it. So that's good. I think everything's plugged in other than this. I don't know where that goes. Can you see that?
Yep.
So what's that? Crisis averted. After consulting the Impreza, this plugs into like the power steering pump.
Yeah, not sure why, but it does.
So that's good. We now think everything that we took off is plugged back in. So that's a plus. Now we're going to put on these fuel rail cover things that you saw us put some sweet paint on. Actually does look pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm actually kind of stoked about it.
I think it turned out good.
I keep trying to pretend that I'm like all nonchalant about the painting thing, like as if it's functional, but it looks cool. So she goes on there, something like this, I believe, like so. Get a bolt started. Next, we get these little spark plug holder things. These actually make it kind of nice. Keeps everything nice and tidy. Spark plug wire, clamp clip thingies.
Clamp clip thingies.
Oh yeah, that looks nice. Time to flip this beauty over.
Woo!
Andrew's getting a workout.
This one's not gonna wanna. You wanna hold that out this side for me?
Okay, we gotta button up the oil pan. If you remember, we didn't put the oil pan gasket or anything on. We just wanted to put the oil pan on so it wasn't like constantly leaking oil.
Even though it still did, because
Yeah.
we didn't put the gasket or anything on, so, you know, we just leaked everywhere.
I think it leaked less than it would have.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so zip. I think we're gonna put a few of those in.
4, it looks like.
Zip them bad boys out.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Got an oil pan gasket and a pickup tube O-ring. So that's nice. We should clean the windows tray. We cleaned up the windows tray. I think that's what this is called. And the oil pickup, so it's time to put this stuff back in. There are two like down in there where like you can't really reach your hands very easily, and I'm kind of nervous to try them. Scary. Can you see them here? I don't even know if they know what I'm talking about.
I mean, they can't see the hole, but they can see your screwdrivers down in there.
Basically, those sit kind of far down in there, and it's nerve-wracking that you're afraid you might drop the screw down into the block, which I just did off camera when we were testing these holes for the oil pan. Thank God.
Put your screwdriver on that.
We have magnets on the stick. We replaced the oil pickup O-ring as well. So that's nice. So fresh and so clean, unlike the rest of the block. Ignore that. Just don't look at that. All right. There we go. Time for the oil pan gasket in the oil pan. So while the oil pan's out of the way, I think that there is an oil cooler gasket, and I think I have a new one.
Good.
So
Where does that go?
again, I think you take the oil filter off, and then the thing that it like screws into, I think you take it off.
Man.
There's a lot of guesswork here. We're gonna start taking it apart and see what it looks like. We're not the type that we don't check first. You guys are seeing it firsthand. Yeah, see that has a hex on it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that comes out of there.
And I know what size that is?
No idea. Looks like a big 22. That's my guess. What was my guess? 22?
22.
Oh, that doesn't look big enough.
I didn't think so either. That's why I'm surprised that 27 was so huge.
4? There it is, 24. Oh, that wasn't terrible. Is this whole thing come off? What actually comes off, guys?
It's not that promising, guy.
I don't see any seals. Did I do anything?
What is this for?
I don't know. I'm gonna go sit this down.
Should I whack this with a hammer? Maybe the seal you have is this thing that looks like it's profusely leaking.
Maybe. Is this whole thing loose now? Oh. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Let me get you guys a closer look. See what we're talking. Let's see what we're on about here. Ah, it's kind of got the back the light on the wrong side. There you go. Now you can see what we're playing with. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Now, what did we gain? Yeah, there's a seal, and it looks like it's leaking, and I have a new one.
Look at us!
We did it! Right? Can they see that?
Yes.
Look how terrible that looks. All right. So you know the drill. Clean up, I guess, and then we put the thing on, and then put the other thing on. So yeah, we put some things on.
So we're here. We have our oil filter housing question mark.
This was before I did more research. I think this is actually an oil cooler. I think.
But oil filter housing?
This is when I was just on like ordering parts spree. That looks like that, right?
Yeah, it says non-refundable after opening.
Okay, well hopefully it's it then. Do you prime a seal like that? Like you would an oil filter?
Well, yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's not like it's not going to get oil. How about that? Just a little bit around the rim. How's that, guys?
Beautiful.
Looks good to me.
Cheesy thumbs up.
Just thumbs up. We're this far in, and we're just curious what this is. So we're going to... It's a 24 as well. We think it's where the coolant comes from that goes into the oil cooler. Unless I just don't understand how this system works at all, which is very likely. We're just curious what's under here, so let's find out. Maybe. Okay. Oh, woo. There's a lot of good noises there. So that just gets some type of thread sealer. Okay. Well, there you go. That's what that looks like. Don't know what it's called. Not entirely sure what it does. Think coolant comes out of it. Maybe oil, who knows? Pretty sure coolant. We're gonna clean it up though.
I've kind of just been cleaning the mating surface of this oil filter housing cooler thing, whatever it is, off while he's cleaning the rubber hose piece that went here up at the house. So we're gonna try and be useful.
All right, so we tried to clean this up a little bit. Now it's time to put it all back together. Hopefully it's just that easy. We found some whatever this is.
This is pipe thread sealant. Sealador de Roscas.
Good. We found that on the shelf. So we're going to use that to seal up our threads here. Since this had some type of thread sealer when we pulled it out.
I don't know how this works.
No idea. If some is good, then more's better, right?
Sure. What do you think? Should I safe to get this on my skin? It smells like it wouldn't be.
You mean you didn't read the MTDS before you
Negative.
No, you're probably fine.
Because I'd rather kind of flatten it out on the threads, right?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Look at that.
That honestly, that looks great.
That is professional.
I don't know if you're in a shot there, but it looks great.
Should be.
How about like yay tight? Yeah.
Torqued.
Torque. Ding. Click. All right, chow. Oh yeah. There you go. Well, that's a ticket, isn't it?
Yep.
We good? Yeah. This bad boy drops down in there. There we go. Now that's continuing. Okay, that's pretty good, right? So we're gonna put the spin on the old oil filter just so you know nothing gets in there or whatever. And now I think it's time for oil pan. I think. Plop the old gasket on there. I've never used one of these. It's like a cork gasket. I got it on Rock Auto. I don't know. It was on sale when I saw it and I was like, yeah, sure, let's try it. Tilt more. Close. There she goes, kind of. Nope, now we're stuck somewhere else. There we go. Ta-da! I've got oil in my hair. Oil everywhere. Aqua, nice. It's fantastic. They're so little, I feel like they don't need to be pretty tight. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like I had them tight enough, but I felt like there was one down here that never felt like it wanted to get very tight.
That's always concerning.
I know, right?
But
I can also
see the gasket like
Exactly, that's
oozing.
that's what I was thinking. So, yeah, I didn't want to go nuts with it.
Not so. Yep, we're good. It's torqued. Guys, it's almost looking like an engine.
Oh, I didn't even need to make the noise.
Wow. You've given me some noise that are going to be difficult to spell.
Nailed it though.
All right.
Look at that. It really is. It's
She's almost there, huh?
She's like an engine.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. We forgot to end the video while we were working.
And here we are, showered and cleaned.
Yeah, probably cleaner than you're used to seeing us in the house again.
Yep,
So anyway, today was an awesome day. The weather was beautiful.
it was gorgeous all day. Got
Okay.
a lot done.
Got to work the entire day on the barn. You saw us change injector O-rings and various other seals, intake manifolds on, coolant crossover things on, just a lot of stuff.
Thread sealant, don't fun.
We did that. And yeah, so anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for making it this far.
Yes.
Leave us a comment, let us know what we can do better, what you like, what you don't like, longer videos, shorter videos, what do you want to see? Let us know.
But something next time you might want to stay tuned because we got something kind of cool coming up.
Yeah, some not Subaru stuff. I don't know if when we're gonna release this video, but in the near future,
Right.
when you're watching this, there should be some non-Subaru related content we think you guys might like. So
It's bad.
we're excited. Thanks for hanging in there.
Later.
See you next time.